Want to make some cuts to your closet to make room for fresh pieces? Or just free up some space and declutter? These 5 questions are sure to help. The first question you should ask about every piece in your closet is, does it fit me? You may not even be looking at a piece right now, but if this question applies to you, you probably have at least one shirt or dress, whatever. You have it in mind already that you know it doesn't fit you, and it's sitting there. The one that, you either bought it thinking you would fit into it one day, or you haven't fit into it in a long time for one reason or another. Let those pieces go that don't fit anymore. It's an easy way to get rid of things off the bat that you truly aren't using. I mean, how can you get any value of something that doesn't fit? I kept a suitcase of clothes that didn't fit me for 6 years. At one point, I just had to call it and get rid of it. Yes, of course, not having to buy maternity clothes again is totally valid. If you have clothes for certain reasons that you know you will fit into or wear, maybe you're a pro athlete on a cut and carb cycle, you're an actor that gains and loses weight for roles, it's a different story. And the rest of the clothes that you have sitting, waiting for that opportunity to come along to wear, that you'll even like the way you look in a piece when you do fit into it. Who's to say at that uncertain future time, you'll even like it still. Plus, trying on and fitting into a new dress or pair of slacks is such a great reward. Think about that, Does it fit me? Am I keeping it around for, a someday? Let it go. Question 2, do I wear it? So if it fits you, the answer is gonna depend on what type of clothing it is. Most of us don't wear business formal every day. We don't wear full tuxedos or gowns every day. Certainly not on that regular of a basis. But if you're finding occasions that you still do need and use these pieces, that's great. Keep them. For pieces that you're more likely to wear on a more regular cadence during their season, like jeans, t-shirts, sweaters, workwear. If a particular piece isn't being worn, and month after month, it's not making it into any kind of rotation, you will be happier being free of it. And after culling all these things that you don't wear, start focusing on the story you want to tell with your clothes. Ask yourself, does this fit my personality? Thanks to my keeping an Instagram blog, I realized a lot of pieces I liked on their own weren't really me. They didn't fit with the rest of my clothes. They didn't really fit with my personality, the way I viewed myself and wanted other people to see in my work. Maybe like you bought things online because, you liked how they were styled in the ads, or an influencer styled them nicely or modeled them very beautifully. But IRL, they really didn't live up to that expectation. They just didn't look or feel like you thought they would. Personality also changes over time and from occasion to occasion. You may have work clothes around that don't entirely fit the vibe of your new office. You may have markered up party jeans from high school that don't fit the more adult type parties you're going to now. Things like that maybe they're just not appropriate anymore, or they were a part of your personality that is not so prominent anymore. After passing these 3 questions, it's time to ask yourself, do I love wearing this? I definitely had to get rid of pieces I kept wearing just to justify having them, even though I didn't like how they look. I mean, this one pair of pants, I would cringe. I would send myself photos why? So, do you just not like the look of a piece? Are you having trouble styling it with other pieces in your wardrobe? Do you exude the kind of confidence you want to when you're wearing it? I try to think of myself, for example, as classy and confident, even when I'm wearing, at-home clothes. Am I projecting that if I don't feel confident? If I feel like I don't really look classy? Honor your feelings. If you do love a piece, though. You loving a piece and wearing it means everything. That's really what matters. Whether it's a cropped band tee or a sweatshirt, or, you know, it's a super hot bandage dress, whatever it is, you know, honor the fact that you love it. I love my beat up Balenciaga bag, and I don't really care what anybody thinks about it. I just love it. It's got a cool history on it. I just love the badass look that it, I kind of like that it's all beat. Honor that. Honor those feelings. And the final question that I think, if you've watched one episode of, you know, Marie Kondo or any of these closet organization shows, it is always an issue. Am I keeping this around for sentimental or other reasons? This is a question that will throw you for the loop, but I recommend trying it if you do have clothes you're keeping around for sentimental or other reasons. Letting them go can be a relief. Sentimental reasons could be that you wore it on a meaningful occasion. It was given to you for free at an event you enjoyed, or maybe you bought it on vacation. Some non-sentimental reasons, it was expensive. It was rare. It's vintage. It was given to you. It was given to you by a person who may not be in your life anymore for whatever reason. Or you're saving it for a non-specific occasion at a vague point in the future. All these sentimental and other reasons are great reasons to let it go. I hope that this provided some help to kind of get you started with letting things go from your closet. Maybe you actually cleaned it up a bit. Stay tuned for part 2 when we go over the best, most conscientious options for what to do with the things that you move away from your own closet. For some background, mid-year 2023, I started tracking my wardrobe, taking stock of every piece I owned and how much I wore each piece. I actually even made a spreadsheet. Today, I am in the middle of a massive cleaning and organization project with all my clothes. And a lot of it has to do with the lessons I learned from tracking my whole wardrobe. And a lot of it has to do with learning from that tracking of my wardrobe that I am less of a minimalist than I thought. When it was all laid out in front of me on this spreadsheet, I knew definitively that I had far too many things, clothes-wise. So how did I pare it down? So what I decided was to do some research on how to undo that tendency to want to keep things and talking yourself into keeping things in your space and in your life that you don't really want. I started with big, easy questions to help make cuts right away. Then I got down to some deeper emotional attachment type of questions. And of course, like and subscribe, and leave comments about what worked for you as far as, you know, getting a more minimalist closet, getting rid of things, making space for new things if that's what you're doing. I love, you know, seeing engagement from friends and from users. It really gets me inspired to make more content. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment, interact with me in some way. I would love that. All right. See you next time.